Hi everybody. I'm here to tell you a little bit about some thrift store shopping I did today. I guess you can call it a haul if you want. If you like that word or if you're done with that. I know thrift store shopping can be pretty overwhelming for a lot of people because when you first get there, there's just usually tons of racks. I especially find it really challenging when people at the thrift stores, they organize their clothes by color. I know it seems like really cool to like a lot of people, like, oh, it's great. But about sizes, fits, and whatever, it's kind of a challenge. So I'm gonna give you a couple of bits of advice on like how I look for things and what I do. My cat is around here underneath doing something strange. Okay, I think he wants to go outside, but he can't. So I know, like I said, thrift store shopping can be a challenge, especially when you are shopping at one like I was today, where they speak Spanish and I don't speak Spanish, so I had to be like, anyways, so I'm gonna get going, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how I picked what I picked. Okay, so one of the things that I have going for me that's really good is that I've been thrift store shopping for a while, and that I can tell my size right away. Like if I look at something like a garment, I can say that will fit me or that won't. Sometimes the way something lays on me might be different, but that can be really helpful for when you are going to a thrift store that doesn't have, say, a dressing room like the one I went to today. It's like no refunds or exchanges, and you can't try them on. So it can be kind of annoying. So yeah. Another one of the benefits that I have is that I live in South Texas at the moment, which is why I have hair like this today, because it's insanely humid. And it's kind of interesting shopping for thrift stuff down here because, in my opinion, people don't know the value of it in different areas. Like if you go to bigger metropolitan areas, people majorly like overcharge for thrift. And here, it's really nice because you can get things for cheap still. So anyways, I'm going to just go ahead. Okay, the first thing I got was this little sheer leopardy thing. I think it was originally supposed to be like a nightgown, but whatever. I think it's good for anything. Okay, so something like this, although it wasn't necessarily purposed to be a shirt or a dress or a tunic or whatever, I bought this because it can go layered with lots of things. In the same way that this next article can. This right here is like a little jumper with like an empire waist, pleats, and it goes down to about here. This is something you can put under or over things. You can wear it in any season. It's a pretty classic cut. So obviously this is something that I would invest in. All of these dresses I got for $7 a piece, which I think is pretty good. So that's that one. Okay, another thing that I want to tell you, sometimes you might not, you look at something and say, oh, that's too long, or that's, you know, I don't like the way this falls. Well, sometimes you can do a lot of simple alterations. A style that I really like right now for myself is a long-sleeved mini dress. The reason why is I like my legs. I'm not a super huge fan of my arms right now, so I like to cover those up. A couple of examples of some dresses that I got where I cut them into mini dresses are this one. This is like kind of like a 70s kind of hippie thing, and then I cut it off short and I wear it all the time. If I would have kept it long, I probably wouldn't have worn it as much, because I think since I'm short, long things will make me look even shorter. Another one of my absolute favorite dresses is this one. I wear it all the time in the summer. It has a V-neck, empire waist, bell sleeves, and this one I also cut. I wear this all the time. This can go great with flats, it can go great with boots, heels, anything. So that's cool. So another one of those dresses that I saw that I was talking to you about today was this one. That was, or another one I got today. This is hot pink. It doesn't look as necessarily as hot pink as it does in real life. It has like this really interesting, kind of like that gold one. It has some silver kind of ribboning. And to me, it kind of looks a little bit Indian. the color combination. Empire waist. But like I said, this one is super long. So sometimes I get really impulsive when I buy something like this and I want to wear it the night that I get it. And although I do have a sewing machine, which is right over here. Although I do have a sewing machine, sometimes I just get really crazy. I'm like, oh, I want to wear it right now. And I'll just cut it. And I don't recommend doing that. I recommend just taking a deep breath and saying, I will hem this and it will last longer. So don't do that. Okay. Another one that I got that I'm probably going to be doing some fixing with. Where was I that had decent lighting? Something like, no. Okay. Is this dress. This one is clearly A's, and the reason why I know that is because it has big puffs or shoulder pads. The reason why I picked this one up is it has a pretty classic print and has this really interesting form-fitting kind of bodice type thing with some ruching, and it has kind of an open chest. So what I think I'm going to do with this one is take out the shoulder pads. I probably could just rip them out if I wanted to. Rip them out. Which you can later use for like a little hat. No, just kidding. But cutting this, taking out the shoulder pads, which here there seems to be 2 sets of shoulder pads, and then maybe cutting it to like a cap sleeve, and then have it be more of a mini dress. I think that would be cute. I don't really know if I should wear this like off the shoulder, deep. I don't know. Okay. I have some fuzz in my nose right now. Okay. This one I also thought, another thing that I think is important to keep in mind when you're thrift store shopping is to look for things that are extremely unique that you don't see very often. Often things that maybe you would think would be a little more expensive looking. Like this right here. This reminds me of like a little Russian princess in the summertime dress. It has a really short mini dress. It's actually already pre-hemmed. Really nice. Oh, too much light. I'm making everyone mad. Has a really thick velvet purple. A really kind of like Easter egg gold trim. And then like an ivory color skirt, which I think is really cute. Kind of like a... I just think this would look good with like some nice brown boots. Something like that. And another one that was sort of similar in the family of being colorful and unique was this brightly vibrant kimono style dress. And the 60s and 70s, really thick polyester was kind of in style. And a lot of people hate polyester, but I really like it because it washes and lasts forever. The only time to ever look out for polyester or look for in polyester is make sure that there are no stains, because sometimes polyester can like grab onto those stains and keep them. And if you're dealing with a stain that is 20 years old, chances are it's not going to be really easy to get rid of. So just to recap, things I want you to remember when you are thrift store shopping. Look for classic cuts, things that can be layered in many different ways, or classic patterns like, is leopard ever going to go permanently out of style? I'm not sure. But it's something that keeps coming back in different decades. So something classic like this with a jumper. Things that have potential if they are altered in a different way, pick those up. And also things that are really unique. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. This is another one that I thought was kind of unique. This one looks kind of plain. It's like a black mini dress. It kind of has flares at the bottom. And it has long sleeves. But it has an open back. Unexpected. 2 little buttons on top. Okay. You wouldn't necessarily think you'd see that nowadays. So those are my tips. I hope you found them helpful. If you have any questions about any of the items I showed you, or any tips or anything that you want to know that you think I could help you out with, please let me know. Thanks.